beautifuls, this is Aromie here, and welcome back to Asagao Academy. So last episode was quite weird, because Gerard seemed like he didn't really want us at the table, and he did get made fun of because of his little itty bitty kitties that he plays with, and people made fun of him, which is not cool. Like, it's his hobby, yo. Try to text real quick. Anyway, Gerard sat down and he's eating his cookies like a normal person, and we don't know why he was kind of standoffish with us. I scanned the cafeteria for the boy who heckled him and found him sitting alone at a table, head in his hands. His friends left him behind. What was that about? Oh, that? I used to get it all the time. I collect itty bitty kitty figurines. You know, that kids show with the 5 kittens who live in the kitten town? They were originally supposed to have magic powers, but whatever. I collect their figurines. They're so cute. I've almost got them all. I'm only missing Princess Pumpernickel. She's the rarest. But why was that guy making fun of you? Doesn't it bother you? I was afraid of bringing up bad feelings, but Gerard just shook his head. It looks kind of weird, right? A teenage boy collecting toys meant for little girls. But I like them, so I don't let it bother me. Sorry, I didn't bring enough cookies for the first time, Hana. I forgot that you were joining us again, but I'm glad you're here. I bit my lip. See, Hana? He was being nice the whole time, and here you were jumping to conclusions. Hey, your cookie will go cold if you don't eat it. I unwrapped the cookie. Scents of chocolate and cinnamon hit me. I broke off a piece and popped it into my mouth. Gerard whispered something to Nick's ears, who started laughing so hard milk came out of his nose. Was he really okay with people making fun of him? I couldn't believe it. I didn't believe it. At my old school, people made fun of me every day. It was hell. There was no way he could just brush it off like that. Not when I tried so hard to do the same. Sorry. I don't know why I was having a bad time with it. But as I finished the cookie and started on my ramen, and Gerard continued to laugh with the rest of the Norman Boots, I wondered whether it was as impossible as I always thought. Hana, can you pass me some pepper? I got it. Here, Jared. Thanks. What's your name again? It's mine?
Nice.
Thanks, Mai. I don't know why I'm dropping so many frames all of a sudden.
Hana!
Well, Hana, ready to head back? Huh? Oh, yeah. Did mine look sad, or did I imagine it? We threw our trays on the racks and headed out of the cafeteria. As we waved to Nora Boots and Gerard cheerily waved back, a sudden pang hit my stomach. Was it guilt? Guilt for what? After class ended that day, Mai said she had volleyball practice and sped off. Thankfully, this time I knew where I was going, so I headed straight back and collapsed on my bed. It was nice to have some time to myself. After everything that happened, I felt like I was going crazy. I could use some relaxation. I didn't have a computer or TV, and the book Satch gave me was really good, but sometimes got a bit hard to read. Instead, I took out my phone and started flipping through the app store. Nothing really looked good. Wait, what's this? I sat up. Dumby Doom's Revenge face off against 3 other players as you catch monsters, raise them, and use their unique skills to aid you on your puzzle-solving quest. Only you can save Meta World from its ignorant king and utter destruction. Now with a single-player campaign, raise crops to feed your monsters. If you're lucky, they'll transform into cute girls. What the hell? It looks so stupid, but it couldn't hurt to give it a try. I downloaded and started up the game. Welcome to Dumby Doom's Revenge. I skipped the intro sequence and quickly hit single player. Loading. The load times were terrible. Suddenly a cartoonish hilly valley met my eyes, panning over to a white castle nestled next to a cliff. A lazy king lay asleep on a throne when a squat silver soldier ran into the room. King Dumbadoom, quickly, we're under attack. Oh, just send the first battalion off, please. I'm rather tired. The knight left and the screen faded to a world map showing a horde of black blobs on the right side of the screen. A small group of knights ran up against the blobs and were instantly devoured. One of the black blobs spit out the helmet with the skull inside. What the hell is this game? Things continue in this way with the king sending off his battalions haphazardly until no one was left. Then the king awoke in his chair and turned to the screen. You! Me? Only you can save my kingdom, please. I don't think I can save your kingdom. You're the one menacing it. How dare you? What the hell? Could this thing hear me? You are no longer my advisor. Go back to your home village and let me deal with this myself. A tiny sprite with brown hair flew across the world map, bouncing into a bunch of red houses. I guess my only choice is to raise an army of monsters myself, overthrow the king, and then raise an army to fight the oncoming bloppity bloops. How the hell did you come to that conclusion? Finally, I was allowed to play the actual game. A dozen multicolored blocks appeared on the screen. The monsters I was initially given only hit their corresponding colors, and I couldn't activate any traps. Supposedly, more monsters could eventually learn how to set up traps, and you could do certain combos to hinder the opposing team. If you had an attractive girl on your team, she could use an ability to discover the rate of your opponent's blocks, or half their clock time. But that had a drawback for you too, and could be used as an asset by the opponent. Not to mention that certain color combinations between girls and monsters activated unique secret abilities, and you could also evolve your monsters and feed them things. How the heck am I supposed to remember all this? I failed the first 2 times but quickly got the hang of it. It was just about being adaptable and maintaining a flexible strategy after all. My eyes started to hurt and I looked at the time. 8 o'clock? It's been 4 hours? I had reading to do. I grabbed my textbook, flicked my radio on, and began to read. There have been many tales of times when the moon has fallen on other planets, the most popular of these being the myth of Termina. However, these myths have been never proven to be more than a hallucination. My eyes blurred over my astronomy textbooks and I yawned. The Schubert piece of floating from my radio made me want sleep, and I toyed with the idea of going to class without finishing my reading. Who cared how many times the moon was supposed to fall, especially when time travel was involved? Hana! Mai burst in through the door, flung herself across the room, and grabbed my radio. Hey, where have you been? What are you doing? Give me a second, we're missing it. There we go. But I swear that dog was living the worst. That's why you need a bird like my lovely Shocks. Watch your tongue. What is this? Shh!
Hey.
So, the time has come to make an official announcement. This year, just like every year, the Normal Boots Club will be participating in the video game tournament.
Yeah.
Oh, it's like a podcast. As PBG applauded as though he were a crowd of 30 people, I shot a puzzled glance at Mai. I hope you guys will support us again this year, and best luck to our competitors. You guys are going down. And now for some music. Mai turned down the radio and sighed. Okay, what did you want? What was that? PB and J. It's PBG and John's radio show. They have a radio show? What do they do on it? Oh, you know, they talk and stuff and play music sometimes. Everyone in school listens to it. I'm so glad you brought your radio. I just forgot mine at home. And a video game tournament? Yeah, didn't you hear them talking about it the other day? No. Come to think of it, I hadn't paid much attention to their conversations. I was too busy worrying about myself. Every year they have a game tournament down at Higginbottom Mall. Lots of people come to compete, but everybody knows the real fights between the Normal Boots and the Hidden Block Club. Is that what they do? Video game tournaments? If you guys ever actually watch a video game tournament, the adrenaline is so there, especially when trying to support for your team. Yeah, that's why nobody's ever joined them since their inception. Well, I guess partly they're a group of friends who just happen to make a club together, but also unless you're really talented, you just drag them down. Ouch. Not all of them are so harsh, but some of them. Well, Mai glanced away, but I felt like I knew who she was talking about. That's too bad. Is she talking about Gerard? The conversation I had before with Jimmy and Caddy came to my mind. Had they really thought I was joining the Normal Boots? There was no way. I hadn't played a video game since I was a kid. My father gave me a 4DS when I left home, but the night before I left home for Asagao, my dad came to visit me in my room. I had packed the few things I owned into a briefcase in a single cardboard box set to be shipped with the train. I sat and stared at the box, somewhat bitter. I barely even needed it. I didn't own much. Hana? Yeah, Dad? My father stood in front of me, a weary smile on his face. Even though he tried to hide it, I could see by the deep wrinkles around his eyes and forehead that he was tired, sad. The past few years had taken their toll on him, and I had to ease things. You'll be leaving tomorrow. Yeah. A heavy silence hung between us, filling my childhood bedroom like styrofoam. Are you excited? Yeah, I am. He nodded and glanced around my room at the pale blue walls and the broken clock above my old desk, the scuff marks around the doorframe from where I ran into it as a kid. I lived in this house almost my whole life. Ever since moving after kindergarten, it was everything I knew, but now it was too much for me. The decision to transfer to Asagao didn't come lightly. First, it was just a prestigious institution with a highly prized reputation. Only the best of the best, touting either great grades, impressive talents, or lots of money could get in. I was none of those things, but I made it in regardless. Part of me suspected I was a charity case. I received a small scholarship, and it would no doubt look good for the academy to have fostered a poverty-stricken child in its walls. And despite the fact that my father couldn't afford it, even with the scholarship, he guaranteed to support me if I win. I looked again at the wrinkles in his face, at his sagging shoulders. He pressed his hands against his body to hide the way they shook. All for me. He'd be all alone. I'm glad you're going. I think this will be good for you. Yeah. I wish I could say something else, but nothing came. Well, honey, just in case you get homesick, I brought a present for you. A present? From his pocket, my dad produced a shining pink Gintino 4DS and placed it into my hands. For you. But why? How? Dad, this costs so much. You're already killing yourself to let me go. Why would you? Tears spilled from my eyes. My dad smiled. Nothing is too good for you, my dear Hana. His voice was trembling. You're my pride and joy. You deserve so much better than you've gotten from me. Dad, go to Asagao. Have fun. Make lots of friends. And when you get homesick, you play with that. I'll make do. I stood up and hugged him, burying my face in his scratchy sweater and oatmeal smell. I'll miss you. I'll miss you, my little Hana. But the thing is, he forgot to give me a cartridge to play with. So there's no games. Now I glanced at the machine hidden behind my desk lamp. Mai watched me carefully. Well, you never know what could happen. What do you mean? Mai giggled. Nothing at all. But I just got back, so I've got work to do. Work, right. PBG, and I still had that project due, and we hadn't met to discuss it at all. He said he had it under control, but I should probably make a backup plan, just in case. It wasn't that I didn't trust him, it was just that, okay, I didn't trust him. Sighing out work to kink out of my shoulder, it looked like it would be a long night. Hello? Ugh, what was that noise? Stop it, please. I'm coming. Who on earth would do this so early? So early in the morning, in fact, that it wasn't even light out. I quietly padded over to the door and Mai shifted in her bed. What? Hello? It's about time. Who? Oh, honey. She pushed past me and swept into the room, flipping on the light switch. Paul and Nick followed after him. Hana, I feel just terrible for ruining your uniform. Sincerely, we owe you an apology and a clean uniform. I'm not so good at that kind of thing, so I brought a friend to help me. But isn't that just Josh with a wig? Josh pulled open my drawer and tossed out clothes left and right. Oh my god, stop! That's my underwear! What's wrong with you? I ran to him and grabbed his arm, trying to pull him away. These panties are so cute, they're perfect for you. Get away from there! Where's your uniform? I ducked below Josh and pulled open a drawer, pulling out the sticky fabric. Here, take it! I threw it at Josh's face, but he caught it with ease. This is no problem. I promise I'll have this clean in no time. Girls? He snapped. Follow me. Paul, Nick, and Josh left for my room, but they didn't head towards the hall exit. Instead, they turned left, heading deeper into the dormitory. I didn't have a good feeling about this. I stepped into my slippers and ran into the hallway just in time to see the door to the girls' bathroom close. Oh no. Okay, it's Mimi. It's cool. I sprinted to the bathroom door before I could get there. Ow. Paul and Nick slammed into the wall across from the door. Men like you are the worst.
Whoa!
No, this was all a misunderstanding, please. I'm sure it was. No, Mimi, it really was. Wait a second, where's the other person who was with them? She's doing something with a uniform in the sink. Mimi tossed her head with a sniff and headed back to the bathroom. She actually thinks Josh is a girl? She wouldn't be the first. Josh himself believes he's a girl, though that wig is magical. But his beard. Well, stay out of the girls' bathroom. It's not exactly going to help your platform if word gets around that you're a pervert. What is this booklet over here? Oh. Oh, snap, it's her diary. I didn't even read any of this, you know. Tournament points, only got 5 points. This is horrible. A shadow fell over Paul's face. I sighed. Don't worry, I'll talk to Mimi. Go back to the boys' dorms.
Right.
Thank you so much, Hana. Yeah. I watched him scamper away, then headed into the bathroom. Hey, Joshalina. You and I should probably get going. I rounded the corner and found him doing Mimi's hair. In a second, Hana. I've just got to finish this. Hana, have you met Joshalina? She's so good with hair. And look, she's even got the stain out of this shirt. Maybe I held up my uniform.
Really?
Thank goodness. Thank you so much. It's no problem, honey. I guess I'll let you finish, Mimi. You won't tell anyone about Paul and Nick coming into the bathroom, will you? Why wouldn't I? Well, as class representatives, they were just trying to help Joshalina get her bearings, and they were showing her where the bathroom was. I should have been the one to show her, but I was asleep, and they didn't want to wake me up. Oh, well, I guess it's fine then. Thank you. I stood staring at them, unsure what to do next. Do you mind? I need to concentrate to finish this. Oh, I'm sorry. I went back to my room. Life at Asagao never got easier, did it? Mine was still asleep when I got back. There was no way I was going back to bed, so I changed into my uniform, grabbed my bag, and went to class early. What the frick time did we... What? My plan was to get started on the project Miss Shizuka gave us. As sincere as PBG was, I wasn't quite sure he'd hold up his end of the bargain. I stepped into the classroom and went to my seat, throwing my bag against my desk. A small snap came from across the room. Oh, it's Shane. I haven't seen you in years. Shane was at his desk giving me a look. Do you mind? I'm trying to work. Oh, I'm sorry. I looked to the door. It was too late to leave, but I didn't want to get stuck by myself with a guy who clearly hated me. I sat down at my desk and looked at my hands. This is the quietest place I could find in the mornings.
Really?
Not the library? Shane shook his head. I see. I'll try not to bother you. He shook his head again. You're fine. Do whatever. Okay. It'd be awkward if I just sat there like that. So, what are you working on? Shane looked at me, and for a moment I thought he wasn't going to answer. Then he waved me over. I crossed the room to his desk and looked over his shoulder. Several sheets of paper with lightly sketched outlines lay in front of him. It looked like they were for... comics? You draw comics? Yeah. What about? He shrugged. Whatever. He said it with a touch of finality, so I skipped to another topic. Do you mind if I ask where you're from? Shane gave a heavy sigh. Could you not tell by my accent? I'm from England. This is my 2nd year. Oh, so he's younger than us. He continued to draw, etching in the lines of a British flag above what looked to be a government building. Do you miss it? He finished shading a line before responding. I guess. My whole family's there. You're by yourself. Why did you come here? Class will start soon. Don't you have something to work on? Ouch. Taking the hint, I went back to my desk. Suddenly a door slammed open.
Hey.
Hey, look! We got here early. Wonderful. Oh, Hannah! Or Hannah. Shane, looks like it's just the four of us. We should stir up some trouble. Trouble? Let's plan egg on Shizuka's chair, eh? But I bet she'd think it was hilarious. And no, I don't think she'll think it's hilarious. But that's where we're gonna stop for today. Well, I only got 2 pictures. Oh my gosh, there's so many pictures. 1, 2, 3, about 3 pages. I only got 5 tournament points. I wasn't even paying attention. Is it like a point a day? I really hope so, or else I'm not doing too hot. But I don't know. I was not even paying attention. But that's gonna be it for today's episode. I hope you guys have enjoyed. Stay beautiful, and I'll see you guys in the next one.